We're live. Welcome to the stream. You're tuned in to the number one technology stream in the history of mankind. We're going to build today startups using AI, using Claude Code, using Claude Code. We're going to discuss all the big news. It's going to be massive. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome to FinFam. It is good to have you here. Mohammed is a member. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member, Mohammed. Also, I hope the audio is good. Let me know if there's any audio issues. We're going to talk today about Grok 4. We're going to build a startup with it. We're going to go over the strengths, the weaknesses. We're going to go over the latest AI news. We're going to build awesome things with Claude Code. If you're here for Claude Code's still going bananas. I wish this microphone arm stood still. It constantly goes down as the stream goes on. How's everyone doing? Welcome in here. Creator Buddy Delta Squad, what's up, Feels? Good to have you here. Forrest Dang, welcome. Good to have everyone here. Let's get right into Grok 4. What's going on with it? Everything there. Creator Buddy Delta for life. Love it, Feels. It's been a week. We do this every Thursday, although I'm thinking about expanding this maybe to twice a week, maybe to 3 times a week. We'll see. I feel like the Thursday once a week keeps it the energy high. I'm using Claude right now. Been using it all day. Here's a few things you can do, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching the replay on YouTube. A few things you can do with me. Obviously, you can watch, learn. I'm going to build stuff. I'm going to code stuff. We're going to vibe code. I'm going to teach you things about AI. I'm going to go over the news. You'll be up to date on everything going on. You can engage and watch that if you want. If you want to go in the background, leave this up. Vibe code with me. Pull up Claude Code. Pull up Grok 4. Build stuff. Have this on in the background. I put on a little bit of lo-fi music in the background to keep you entertained, keep the dopamine high. You can just vibe code with us here. Pull up Claude. Just vibe code with us if you want. You can get in the chat, hang out. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, you can get in the look at the chat replay, pretend like you're a part of the chat if you're in the replay. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Victoria Shima, what's up, Victoria? How you doing? I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to have you here, Victoria. I'm so glad to have you here. Any questions you have, feel free to put in the chat. I read every single chat. If you have a question, ask it. If you want to talk smack, talk it. Whatever you want to do. Hello from Germany. I'm building an Android app with Claude Code at the moment, says Kino based out. What kind of Android app you building, dude? Or girl? Could be a dude or a girl. Kino? I don't know. I'm gonna guess dude. What kind of app you building? Would love to hear it. Let's do this. Ooh, they got like little XPs. You can see who's ranking. Right now, Forrest Dang is ranked number 1 in this chat. If you want to beat Forrest Dang in the chat to be the number 1 fan right now, chat more. I'm not with my PC right now. I'll be using Claude Mobile to vibe code with you. Oh, let's go, Victoria. What do you do to, how do you vibe code on mobile? Do you just use the Claude bot, like the chat? You just use the Claude chat and just write a code? How do you vibe code on the go? I'll give you my vibe code setup in a second. Mobile vibe code setup. I'm going to give you guys some mobile vibe code alpha in a second here. Sierra Catalina in the house. Everyone follows Sierra Catalina on Twitter. Fantastic X account. Good to have you here, Sierra. What have you been building this week? Everyone let me know in the chat what you built this week. What have you been coding? Hi from the land down under, says Retro N. Greetings, Australia mate. Greetings, Australia mate. I'm here from Silicon Valley in California. Greetings from California. How to vibe code without lovable replit and have a live view during vibe coding. Is that what you want me to teach you in the stream, Ollie? Is to show you how to vibe code without lovable replit? I'll do that. And have a live view during vibe coding. You want me to, maybe, do we do like a vibe coding 101, just quick vibe coding 101 to start this off? No, because the hook of this video, I think, is Grok 4, right? So I'll talk about Grok 4 real quick. Then we'll get into the vibe coding. We'll build some stuff with AI. I'll go into vibe coding 101. We'll discuss Grok real quick, then we'll go into vibe coding 101. Ani's in the house. If you guys are on X, make sure you follow Ani as well. Shout out Mohammed. Shout out Ani for subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you. That means a lot. Also, feel free to hit the like button down below so we can get more people in the FinFam to hang out. Let's get more people in the FinFam to hang out here. All right. And you can hit like even if you're watching the replay. Let's do this. Let's talk Grok 4. Let me put up a visual so there's something to look at here. Grok. Let's go on. Actually, I'll pull up the XAI Twitter account. We're going to talk. Here's the itinerary for today. We're going to talk Grok 4. Then we are going to build stuff with Claude Code, and I'll explain why we're using Claude Code and not Grok 4 for building stuff. We'll do Vibe Coding 101. So if you're newer to Vibe Coding, I'll go through my setup. I'll go through how to get set up so you can get good to go. So you can code with us here. It'd be great if you code with us here. Wouldn't that be fun? If you watch the stream, you learn, you code with us, you hang out, you code, you listen to the background music. That'd be cool. Ali says, yes, please. Okay, so we'll do Vibe Coding 101. The Android app notifies you when you're near any drugstore that you wanted to buy something. The Android app notifies you when you're near any drugstore. So if I wanted to pick up some chocolate, right, I could put in chocolate, then it alerts me when I'm near a store that has chocolate. That's cool. I built an autonomous vehicle rollout tracker for Austin, comparing human driver safety data to AV safety data with Austin.gov's API. That's sick. Holy smackaroony. That's pretty good. They're bringing a robotaxi to the San Fran area the next month. So if you can build that for the San Fran area to make sure I'll be safe when I get inside there, that'd be great. Yes, I want to know if Grok 4 is worth $30 a month. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Someone wrote a reply on my last live stream. They were watching the replay. When does this guy get into it? Dude, it's a freaking live stream. What plan are you on? You can't just get right into it right away. You gotta warm up the crowd a little bit. It's a lot. If you're watching the replay on live stream, know that this is a live stream. If you want like a quick, succinct, straight at it video, check out my other videos. This is a live stream. We're having fun. We're relaxing. We're learning. We're vibing. We're vibe lifing and vibe coding. So Grok 4 releases last night, right? I stayed up. It went live 9 p.m. PST. I'm in PST. So 9 p.m. PST. You got to be in PST if you're an AI person. You have to, right? I didn't test it. I tested a little bit last night, but not a ton because I wanted to go to sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep earlier. It's important to go to sleep earlier. Very important to go to sleep earlier. Wake up earlier, get to sleep earlier, get more done. Man, the chat's going nuts. Oh, we got someone in the Twitch. I'm cross-streaming this to Twitch, by the way. I didn't announce this last week, but I cross-streamed it to Twitch last week. We had a grand total of 0 viewers on Twitch. We have 1 viewer on Twitch. Is it 1? Do we have on Twitch? Shout out Lisa Jean 69. You are the only... Oh, I'm going to pull up Twitch on my other screen. Shout out Lisa Jean 69 _. Thank you for watching on Twitch. I started a Twitch. I didn't tell anyone about it. I just wanted to see if I could organically have people watch. You're 1 viewer on Twitch. I just checked. 1 viewer on Twitch. So let me pull it over here. Lisa Jean. Thank you, Lisa Jean. Shout out Lisa Jean. She is the 1 viewer on Twitch right now. I appreciate you. YouTube's kind of my home, so I'm not really promoting the Twitch. I just wanted to experiment and cross stream to Twitch and see what happened. Shout out Lisa Jean 69. I just cross stream to Twitch, see what happened. I don't know if you can share on Twitch or what, but Lisa Jean, if you want to share it, that'd be nice. Do you stream on Quick, says Whispered Truths? No. Should I? Should I be streaming on Kick? If I stream on Kick, will people watch? Is there discoverability on Kick? Is there discoverability on Kick? Hey, Twitch person, tell all your friends to get in here, says Sierra Catalina. What games do you play, says Lisa Jean 69. Well, on this stream, all I do is vibe code Lisa Jean 69 _. But I do play video games. I've been playing hardcore for the last 7 or 8 months. Marvel Rivals. I'm hardcore into Marvel Rivals. I am a Loki and Iron Man main. But I've also been playing recently Expedition 33. #1 vibe coding alpha on Twitch. With 1 viewer, we are now the #1 vibe coding alpha on Twitch. I've been playing Expedition 33 the last few days, and I'm getting really into it. I'm not really a turn-based RPG person, but I've gotten really into it. It's a great game, great story. I've been using Claude Mobile, and it's interesting. I want to create an idea generator site that can help people get ideas for AI startups and building with AI. Well, we'll get into idea generation on this stream too, Victoria Shima. If you're on here and you don't know what to create apps about with vibe coding, we're going to get into idea generation in a little bit. Your mic is much better this week, says Kino. Oh, that's good to know. Followed on Twitch too. Shout out Finn, but we got two Twitch viewers. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, you've been great inspiration to me these past few days. This is Mikolaj. It's good to hear, Mikolaj. That is, I'll say this. I think the number one opportunity. How do I get a star next to my name? Says Fan and Platypus. I think to get a star next to your name, you got to. I think the star comes from being a member. It's from joining. You join. You hit the join button. I think it costs $5 a month. You get the star, and I say thank you, and I shout you out. What was I saying? Oh, I think I sent your stream out in my subs chat. Oh, thank you, Sierra Catalina. Should I tweet this out too? Do people like go on Twitter and then go on the live YouTube live streams and hang out? Do you stream daily or what's good with your schedule? Says Lisa Jean 69. I stream every Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. But if this keeps growing, we've done this. This is our 4th week in a row doing it. Every week we've grown. If we keep growing, then I will expand it to more days. But I'm doing just 1 a week now. But if we keep growing, we've been growing like crazy the last few weeks. If we keep growing, we'll tweet it. I will too. Put the link in the second post in the thread. All right, let's do it. Screw it. Let's do it. Thanks for bearing with me here, guys. Let's tweet it out. Here, I'll tweet it out live on stream. Here we go. Post. Vibe coding live with Grok 4. If you join this stream, I promise you'll... And we're going to get into the Grok 4 news in a second. I'll give you my harsh and critical opinion. By the way, that's nice. Keep up the grind, says Lisa Jean. Shout out Lisa Jean 69. You get the MVP of this stream because you joined a Twitch that had 0 viewers and just got in and started chatting off the rip. I love that. Good for you. I love Lisa Jean 69. You're my favorite viewer of the day. If you join this stream, I promise you'll learn something. Come vibe with me. Come vibe with me. Come vibe. Let's vibe away. Just came up with that off the top of my head. Link second post. Should we do a screenshot? Let's screenshot. Nah, we don't need it. Oh, let's screenshot the friggin' thumbnail, right? Thanks for bearing with me here, guys. We're just getting this out here. Let's do this. Vibe building live. Okay, here we go. Boom. And then we'll do that. And then we'll get the link. Grok 4. So I've been playing around with Grok 4 all day. I got some opinions. Join. I got some opinions. Post. All right, let's pull this back up. I got some opinions. Super sticker. Fan and Platypus with the super sticker. Thank you, Fan and Platypus, for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. It's 10 p.m. in Denmark. Worth the watch. All right, Grok 4. Is Grok 4 a Claude Code substitute? Says Mikolaj. I'd say no. To be quite honest with you, Mikolaj. So Grok 4, I've been using it. I've been using Grok 4 the entire morning. Deep down inside Grok 4, there's something incredibly special. Deep down inside Grok 4, there's something incredibly special. Deep down in Grok 4, there's an amazingly smart AI. Deep down. Deep down. It is just at the moment very rough around the edges at the moment. And what I mean by that is this. I can even show you an example. Should I show you guys an example? I tweeted it out, Sierra Catalina. Sierra Catalina, DM me if there's anything I need to retweet from you. DM me if you want me to retweet anything you put out. I'll retweet it if you put out anything about the stream. Let me see if I can give you an example. Let me give you an example of my Grok 4 journey and why I at the moment cannot recommend it. And I take it back. I can recommend it, but it's not going to replace your coding. Oh, you're the best. No, you're the best. Why it's not the best at coding. So I give it a very simple prompt. I was going to write a post today about Grok 4 where I was going to say, here's how you build a game with Grok 4. And I was going to go step by step building a game with Grok 4. But here's what happened. Let me take you through my journey and why we're rough around the edges here. Please show us an example of your Grok 4 journey. Oh, I'll do that right now. Please show use an example. I'm doing it right now, Victoria. Watch this. Deep, very deep down, Sharon Carcella. Deep down, very deep down. There's something there with Grok 4. So I tell it to build me a game. Very simple. I want to build a 3D first-person shooter using Three.js. For those at home, sip of water. For those at home, building games with AI is like one of the most fun things you can do. I personally am a huge video game nerd. I play video games every night. I like to build games with it. Mikolaj, 220 DKK stickers. Thank you. I don't know what a DKK is, but thank you for giving me 20 of them twice. I just got 40 DKKs from Mikolaj. Thank you. I don't know what a DKK is, but I'm glad I got 40 of them now. Thank you for that. I'm American, so I don't know anything but US dollars. I don't know anything about any other country just because I'm American. Danish currency. Thank you for your Danish currency. I appreciate that. I have 40 of them now. I have 40 of the Danish. I wish I could get physical Danish currency so I can see what that looks like. So Grok 4 drops last night. Six. That's very generous. That's $6. Thank you. That's very generous, you Mikolaj. Thank you. Grok 4 drops last night. I like to build games with it. Take this prompt. Take this prompt. Can I put this in the chat? Take this prompt. I think I can chat with you guys, right? So, $12. You got me $12? Thank you. Do I play Call of Duty? Oh, I just sent it to Twitch. How do I send it to YouTube? I'll just go on YouTube. Here we go. Boom. I just put it on YouTube. Oh, I can't walk me through pulling it in. All right, I'll put the first part of the prompt. There's the first part of the prompt. I put it in the chat. If you're watching the replay, you'll see it in the chat. X needs super chats. Crazy. Thank you for the $1.99 Phantom Platypus. So take this prompt I just put in the chat, copy and paste it into anything but Grok 4. You'll build a game. Three.js is, for those who don't know, Three.js is like the easiest to use JavaScript library for like 3D games, right? So Three.js, T-H-R-E-E-J-S. So whenever you're building a game, say, hey, I want to build a game with Three.js, right? I want to build a 3D first-person shooter using Three.js. Okay? Take that prompt, put it into something. So this is like kind of, when I'm testing new models out, I use this prompt. I just say, build me a 3D first-person shooter game with Three.js. I don't give it much instructions. I want to see stylistically what kind of taste it has, right? I want to see what kind of taste it has. I want to see what it can come up with taste-wise. So I don't give it much instruction, right? So I give it that prompt. Here's how my journey goes with it. Here's how my journey goes with it. It gives me some code. I take the code. So it gives me code and it says, hey, you have to run a live server extension to do this. No, you don't. I've been making Three.js games of every model under the sun, including Grok 2 and Grok 3. And you never have to download servers. So it doesn't know what it's talking about there. I go, listen, I don't want to do a live server. Just put it into an index.html file and let me click on it and play the game. It basically and then on top of that, I go to Claude 4. My internet is interrupted. Kindly reply to me in the chat. I put it in the chat. It's my Discord. Kindly add me. I show my previous work as well. What am I adding you to? Lisa Jean, you're the MVP, but I don't know what you're asking me to do here. So then I go to Claude 4 and I say, hey, Claude, I give the exact same prompt. It one-shots me an awesome game. It one-shots me an awesome 3D game. This Microsoft arm sucks. This microphone arm. It one-shots me an awesome 3D game. So I give the code to Grok. I'm like, dude, I don't need a server, and here's working code from Claude that works excellently. Like, just do it like Claude does it, please. Grok then sits there and thinks for like 2 minutes. It sits there for like 2 minutes thinking, and then it starts finding errors in Claude's code. I give it a very specific set of instructions. Fix your code, Grok. Look at Claude's code and fix your code to make it look like Claude's code. And it doesn't follow my instructions. It goes and... But did you test it, Ani? Did you take that code and put it in an index.html file and then run it? Does it play a game? Did you play a game with that code, Ani? When you're in there and it gives you code, Ani, can you click preview? Click that preview. Does it give you a game? I'm aware it gives you code, but can it play the game? Hit the preview button right there. So I give it the instructions, hey, make your code work. And all it does is go into Claude's code and tell me everything wrong with Claude's code. And I'm like, bro, that's not what I asked you to do. I asked you to look at Claude's code and see why it works and then make your stuff work, dude. Make your stuff work. And it just refused to follow those instructions. It refused to fix its own code. It kept looking at Claude's code saying, no, this is wrong with Claude. This is wrong with Claude. I'm like, no, dude, your stuff doesn't work. Fix your stuff. And we go around in circles. We go around in circles for like half an hour. And it wasn't that, it wasn't even that the code didn't work that frustrated me. It was that it just refused to do what I said. I don't know if it didn't understand what I was telling it to do, or it like knew what I was telling it to do and just refused to do it. I would tend to believe, I put a chunk of code in Grok 4 and it generated an image. Yeah, no preview. Mine didn't run. It gave me an error. Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, like, and we're not asking it to do rocket science here. We're not asking it to do rocket science. I wish this microphone stand stood up. Ugh. We're not asking it to do rocket science. We're asking it to build a 3D game with Three.js, which is like the simplest library for JavaScript ever. Right? And Grok 4 could not do it. And this was something Grok 2 could do. Not Grok 3, Grok 2. 2. The one from a year ago, which in AI terms is 10 years ago. Okay, so I pressed the fix this button, and now it gave me a blank white screen with crosshairs right in the middle. But yeah, Mr. Roadrunner, if you click on the blank white screen with the crosshairs, does anything happen? My guess would be no. Because I couldn't get it. Dork, you just know how to speak and fluff, says Luvella with the Lamborghini profile picture. Dork, you just know how to speak and fluff. I'll fluff you up, baby. Where you at? I'll fluff you. You do not actually show people how to really build. As you're literally in the middle of a demo and people in the chat are building things with the prompt I put in the chat. Shout out Luvella, anonymous YouTube live stream troll. You love to see it. You love the people with the anonymous Lamborghini pictures trolling in YouTube live streams. As good as it gets. As good as it gets. As good as it gets. Ignore the hate. As good as it gets. So here's my final. Yeah, thanks for the engagement. The chat. I think the extra chats throw us out more. Here's the final review on Grok 4. It's not there yet. And they said they're going to improve it over the next few weeks. It ain't there yet. So let's do this. Shall we do this? We're going to move on from Grok 4, and we're going to get into Claude Code. No, before we get into Claude Code, let's just get into Claude. Because we did this last week, and people said it was awesome. Let's do this. Let's come up with a business idea. Let's come up with a business plan and build it live. So Claude is the move. I thought when Grok 2 came out, it was the best at that time. I thought when Grok 2 came out, it was the best at the time. I thought when Grok 3 came out, it was the best at the time. Grok 4, I think deep down is the smartest AI model, but I think there's something wrong with it when it comes to communication, where it doesn't quite understand what you're asking it to do. Mikolaj says, Luvella, you're stupid and nobody likes you. He said it, not me. I kind of liked you, Luvella. I like it. I like that. I like the spunk it takes to be an anonymous account on the internet and spend time throwing tomatoes at people in the arena. I like that. I think that takes spunk. Claude Code's still the best. Claude Code LFG is still the best. It is still the best. What was good about Grok 4? I could tell by the way it processed information and thought that it could do special things. And like the benchmarks are all saying that it's incredible, right? The benchmarks are great. But just from an execution perspective, it's not great. Do you like Claude or Claude and Cursor? Claude Code's the best right now, Kavan or Vath. Although I'll say this, some of the experience I've had with Claude Code over the last few days is it got into its first few rabbit holes of errors for me over the last few days, which I wasn't happy to see. But other than that, it's still the best. So let's find business ideas that we can vibe code and build out. You want to do that? We did this last week. We'll find a good idea we can build out. Maybe we build out an app powered by Grok's API, Grok 4's API. Grok 4 seems slow overall, like Gemma. Yeah, that was another issue. That actually did get kind of frustrating. It's just very slow. It's very slow. It's very, very slow, Grok 4. It's slow. I don't mind, like, I don't think it needs to be zippy. Like, it doesn't need to be like ChatGPT 04 fast. But it is slow. It is slow. It's definitely the slowest major model out there. But listen, if it can't just follow basic instructions, I can't use it for my main flow. Claude just has been for a long time the best all-around model for me. Claude 3.5, 3.7, 4. Every time I go to a different model, I always end up coming back to Claude 4. And like, I think 03 might be a little bit smarter than 4, to be quite honest. But what Anthropic does well with Claude is it has good taste. It has good creative taste, right? 03 might be smarter than Claude by a little bit, but anytime I ask Claude to do something, it presents the information or codes it in the most tasteful human way. It's the most pleasant outputs of all the AI models. Whether it's the answers to questions, whether it's advice on life, whether it's advice on business, whether it's building an app, the outputs of whatever Claude does is always just a little bit warmer, better, more thoughtful, higher taste. And it's hard to really measure taste, but Claude for months and months and months now, since 3.5, has had the best taste out of all the models. 100%. Gemini, to me, Gemini is good. I mean, it's the best deal price-wise out of all of them, for sure. Like, Gemini Code or Gemini, what's it called? Gemini CLI is the best deal. I just built an app thanks to this live stream. Thank you. What'd you build, Phantom Platypus? What'd you build, bud? Be happy to hear what you built. How do you feel about GitHub agents compared to Cursor agents or Claude Code desktop? Why would we use the Claude Code in the future when GitHub Copilot is right there where my repo is? Well, if you open up Claude Code in Cursor, it's the same thing. If you open up Claude Code in Cursor, which I'll show you how to do on this stream, Mad Capital, it's the same thing, same exact thing. You get all the benefits of having it in your IDE, plus the benefits of having a very smart AI tool. And what it comes down to is like, Claude Code is just the smartest AI coding tool. It gives the best outputs. It messes up the least. It's just better. Even better than Cursor Agent with Claude. You use Claude 4 and Cursor Agent, even then, still better. I hope Grok 4 launches a dedicated coding mode soon, which is both better than Opus and a similar price to Sonnet 4, and we can replace Claude with it for a similar price. Yeah, I'd love Grok Code. They should build Grok Code. Here's XAI's issue right now is here's XAI's issue. They don't really have an application layer, and they should have an application layer. They should have an application layer. Because they're built on X, but they don't really have any X functionality in it, right? There's all Grok is the chat box. They don't have the application layer. It should be built into X so that you can customize your feed with Grok. They should have some sort of coding tool. They don't have any application layer with Grok, and that stinks. I built my first Replit all-in-one dog app, dog-friendly hotels, park trails hotels. Oh, that's sick. The API was too expensive and could not. First aid and tracklocks. What API were you using? And could not deploy to Vercel. Why couldn't you deploy to Vercel? Should we get into finding an idea? Let's get into finding an idea with Claude. Let's do that. Here we go. And we're going to build it out. We're going to build it out. Google Places API. Google Places API, is that expensive? What problems have you been facing with Claude Code recently, says Pericles. Pericles, a couple issues. It's been going into bug wormholes for me when it never did that before. For months, there was 0 bug wormholes. Last couple of days, been doing some bug wormholes where like it just go deeper down a wormhole, which is tough with Claude Code because it doesn't really have that much of a rewind mode. All right, let's find some ideas and build them out and vibe code them. You guys ready to have some fun? Feel free to follow along with me at home if you want to pull up a browser with Claude or whatever AI you want to use. You can use Grok for Recline in Cursor right now. I did it, but it's still not right. The client API costs are too high, and it thinks every prompt for a long time. Well, Grok 4 is just very slow. Klein, I got to use Klein. I've had a bunch of people from Klein reach out to me and say, hey, you got to try it out. I got to try it out. I've heard good things. But I got to try it out. But Claude Code is just, anytime I try anything else, I come back to Claude Code. Although I do have Devin. The Devin team gave me a month. So I do got to try out Devin. Llama Mama. I think Llama Mama was the first person in any of my streams. Shout out Llama Mama. Thank you for the $5, Llama Mama. That means a lot. Thank you very much, Llama Mama. Very thoughtful. All right, let's build out some ideas. Let's start, says Ali. All right, Ali, let's do it. Let's do it. Idea Factory, let's go, says Sierra Catalina. All right, let's do it. So feel free to pull up Claude or whatever you want to use at home. If you want to use Grok 4, it might go a little slow. Pull up Grok 3. And let's come up with some ideas. So I am a content creator. We'll say YouTube for this stream on YouTube. My audience is into vibe coding, AI, tech, and content creation. So here's what we're doing. I'll walk you through this step by step. Feel free to follow along at home here. You introduce yourself. What you do, right? I'm a content creator on YouTube. You talk about your niche, right? What do you talk about? If you're a content creator, write what you create content on. If you're not a content creator, say what you're interested in. What are the things you're interested in? I want to build a simple app with Claude Code. No, let's do it this way. I want to build a simple app with Claude Code. Give me 10 challenges people in my niche have that we can solve. A bunch of hearts flying on the screen. Is that like reactions or something? Like people giving reactions? Is that what that is? Anyway. All right. I said who I am, what my niche is, and what I want to do. Right? The best apps in the world are apps that solve challenges. Right? That solve challenges. So what we're going to do first, when we're coming up with an idea for our app, is we're going to find challenges to solve. So go into Claude, go into everyone, ChatGPT, take this prompt. Can I put this prompt in the chat? Let's see. It might be too many characters. Yeah, it's too many characters. But take it anyway. I put the first part of the prompt. Take the first part of the prompt. Are you ignoring me deliberately? What is going on today? Are you ignoring me deliberately? Sheesh, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Now I am ignoring you deliberately. Take the prompt I just put in the chat. I couldn't put in the final 2 words. My niche that we have that we can solve. The last few words are that we can solve. Put that into your AI. Copy and paste that. And let's find some challenges we can solve. What we're going to do is going to give us a bunch of challenges. And then we're going to choose a challenge. And we're going to figure out an app we can build to solve it. What do you think about building Chrome extension by Google CLI? I think it's great. I think the market for Chrome extensions are huge. And I think if you build a helpful, good one, you can make a lot of money. 100% whisper truths. 100%. And they're easy to build. I built my own Chrome extension. You 100% can do it. 100%. What if your customers are on Windows, says Kino? Well, I don't think Claude Code's on Windows, right? Yeah, you have to just do cursor. When I say I read every message, that means I read every message when I'm reading messages. Sometimes I talk and I go on a rant and I miss the messages. So a little patience, guys. Let's do this. So let's look at the challenges. Here are 10 challenges your audience faces that would make great Claude Code app projects. YouTube Analytics Dashboard, AI Prompt Library Manager, not bad. Coding Session Time Tracker, maybe. YouTube A/B Test, Tech Stack Decision Helper. Choosing the right tools for a project is overwhelming. Create an interactive questionnaire that recommends tech stacks based on the project. That's actually a good idea. So I've been thinking about, here's the thing. I've been thinking about there's a good amount of AI content creators out there, right? And I think a majority of them, while they are educational AI content creators, I think they get very technical. I think they get very deep in the weeds. I think they're a little dry. And I think they're for more experienced folks who know how to build a whole bunch of stuff and have built stuff already. Love the music today. You like the music today, Llama Mama? What volume do we have it at so I can remember? 17. I'll remember for next week, 17. Remind me next week, Llama Mama. 17 is the level we have to put it out where it makes it sound nice. I think that, and this is an opportunity for you guys too. I'm thinking out loud here. There's an opportunity for you guys. I think a lot of the AI content out there caters to people who are very technical and already understand how tech works and already understand how AI works. And most importantly, know what they want to build. Creatively know what direction they want to go in. I think that's what most content creators in AI cater to. And I think it's also what most app builders cater to. And I think there's a whole section of people that are not being catered to, who don't know what the hell they're doing, don't know what to build, don't know, right? And that's what I'm trying to cater to, is those people who don't know what the hell they're doing. And so I want to build tools to help those people out. I want to build tools to help people who don't know what the hell they're doing, don't know what the hell to build. They know they want to build, but they don't know what the hell to build. My biggest struggle, even trying my verse vibe coding project, was thinking of a project. So let's do this. That's a brilliant idea. Let's build a vibe code idea generator. I think we could launch this and actually get a ton of users. Let's do this. What do you think of an idea marketplace where people who have too many ideas might not have the time or resources to build them, like myself, can put it up for sale? I think it's a good idea. Greg Eisenberg has one. I think it's a great idea. But I don't want to go for that market. I'm going for a different market. I want to approach it a different way. I want it to be personalized. I want it to be based on what you're interested in, what you do. Yes, but would you charge them? No, it's going to be free. I think here's my plan. I'm coming up with a business plan on the fly here. Here's going to be the business plan. I'm going to build a free AI idea content generator right now on stream. I'm going to launch it. Any of you guys can use it and come up with ideas. And then on the next stream, next week or whenever if we can get this to 150 concurrent viewers, I'll do this stream again either tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday. So we got to get 30 more people. So hit the like down below so we can get more people in here. Hit the like, it'll push it out to more people. Like button down below. If we get to 150, I'll do an emergency stream either tomorrow or Monday. So I'm going to put this up for free, this app. It's an AI idea generator app to help you come up with ideas personalized for you. And then on the follow-up stream, which will either be next Thursday, or if we get to 150 concurrent, then in the next emergency stream, which might be tomorrow or Monday, I'll build a follow-up app that actually has a bunch of like deeper tools built in. That maybe that's like the $10 app. So we're going to give you the free idea generator app, and then we're going to build the implementation out and charge for that. I feel like that's like a good business plan, right? You want to give my strategy when it comes to content has always been the same. I don't hold back any secrets. I give it all away. There's no secrets. I give away all the secrets. And then if you want to make money, you can charge for the implementation. So let's open up Claude Code, shall we, and start building this puppy out, huh? Let's build this puppy out. Let me just open up a new window of cursor, which I will do right now. 1 second, please. Idea generator. Boom. Open. All right. Let's get this party started, shall we? Let me share my screen. Let's build this app. We're going to build an app out. We're going to launch a startup. We're going to launch a startup. What do you think of Mark Liu? Mark Liu's great. Fantastic YouTube channel. Fantastic YouTube channel. And he's built an incredibly strong business for himself. Is he making like $1 million? He's making like over 100K a month off his course and the template. And then he's growing his his data platform, which is cool. Mark Liu's a very nice guy. Let's start building this app. Present, stop screen, present, share screen, window, idea generator. Is anyone vibe coding with me right now? If you're live on the stream, let me know in the live chat if you're vibe coding with me right now. If you're watching the replay, get in the reply section if you're watching the replay. First of all, say I'm coding with you right now, and then let me know what you're coding. I am from Lisbon, says Orlando Augustino. I was in Porto about a year ago. Porto was amazing. Portugal is a beautiful, beautiful country. I love Portugal. The content idea validator is also a great idea. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Oh, wow. A lot of people are coding with me. All right. Yes. AI dog art is. American VS Gov is. Yes. Vibe coding. Phantom Platypus is. Sierra Catalina is. Aussie. Total noob here. Oh, Vibe Coding 101. Download Cursor. Cursor.com. And then install Claude Code. Well, you can do this for free with me if you want here. And use Cursor and kind of use the free tier and use the AI agent here on the right. But you can also use Claude Code if you're subscribed to that, which costs $17 a month, which I think is the best tool out there. I was just in Barcelona last year. So beautiful. I was in Sevilla last year, Spain. Sevilla, Spain. I did Sevilla and I did Porto in one trip. Both were amazing. Is Claude Code different than normal Claude? Says Ernest Festus. It's a great name. Ernest Festus. Festivus for the rest of us. No, they're different. So Claude is Claude, Claude.ai. It's the chat bot. Claude Code is what I'm about to show you right here, which if I pin this to the right, and I get rid of this, and I type in Claude to my terminal, and I get rid of this little thing here, and I say proceed. This is Claude Code. It is an AI tool inside your terminal that helps you build apps and code very quickly. It is, in my opinion, the smartest AI coding tool out there and helps you build out apps really, really well. Do we just start building the app, or do we develop the idea a little bit more and then get an initial prompt? Let's do that. Let's develop the idea a little bit more first, actually. I like that idea. Let's go back to Claude. I'll show you what I do here. Share screen, window. Okay, let's do this. Let's develop this idea a little bit more. I really like number 5, but I want to change it a bit. I want to build an app for brand new vibe coders who are not that technical and don't have any app ideas. I want to build them a suite of tools. The first tool I want to build is an idea generator. I want an AI to ask the person a few questions, then give them options for apps they can build based on their answers. The questions should focus on their interests, then find challenges to solve, then recommend apps they can build based on those challenges. Let's see what Claude has to say. So we're developing the idea a little bit, right? So we're talking to Claude. How many people got on Twitch right now? We had 2 people in there for a second. I mean, stick with the YouTube. I'm curious how many people organically can join a Twitch. Oh, I have a follower. I think that was Ani. So here's what we're doing, right? Here's the flow for coming up with ideas. We are talking to the AI, asking about challenges, finding a challenge we find interesting, and then building solutions for those challenges. Right? So we found a challenge, which was vibe coders don't really know what tech stack to use, what ideas to have. Now we're going to build them a product that solves that challenge. It would make sense to ditch my ChatGPT subscription for Claude Code. At the moment, I'd say yes. At the moment, I'd say if you can pay the $17 a month, if you want to pay the $17 a month for Claude and you get Claude plus Claude Code, I'd say that's good. If you can pay even better, you get $100 a month and get like the max version and you get a ton of Claude Code usage, that's the best. For Windows users wanting to download Claude Code, it's not natively supported by Windows. You have to install it through WSL. Is Grok 4 included with Premium Plus? Yes, it is. Do I need Cursor Pro to use Claude Pro, or can I use Claude Pro with the free version? You can use it with the free version. No, you do not need Claude. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Do you test it? I tested Gemini CLI. I have a video about it on my channel if you want to check it out. It's good. It's good. It's not great, but for its price, which is free $99, it's fantastic. I'm already paying Claude $20. Do I get Claude Code too? Yes, you do, Kevin. You do get Claude Code for the $20 version. If you Google Claude Code right now, it'll give you the commands that you paste into the command line. All right, let's see what Claude had to say about our idea. Let's develop this idea app. That's a brilliant pivot. An idea generator that guides non-technical vibe coders from their interest to buildable app ideas is perfect. Here's how we would structure this tool. Question flow. Interest discovery. What do you love doing in your free time? What apps do you use every day? Pain point exploration. Based on their interest, ask what frustrates you about interest. Example for gaming. I don't want it to discover challenges the user has. I want it to discover what the user is interested in, then come up with challenges on its own and have the user pick challenges to solve. The idea is the user does as little creative thinking as possible. I totally get wrapped up making my own video for the second time. I totally forgot it was Thursday afternoon. At least I'm here now. Modelier, good to have you here. Modelier is a regular that is here every week, and I love it. Good to have you here, Modelier. Please tell the viewers a solution for installing Claude Code on Windows. There is no solution. Is there? I'm not familiar. I know it doesn't work that well. So I don't know. I don't know the solution, to be honest. Yes, there is. WSL. I don't even know what WSL is. I'm a Mac user. Here, I'll give you a solution. You want a solution? I'll give you a solution right now. Here's your solution. Listen, here's what it comes down to. The AI companies, they're clearly building for Mac. They're clearly building Mac first. It's clearly where the vibe coding community is. Yes, use AI to find the solution. AI dog, right? Is that too? You can probably find a workaround with AI. Windows sub Linux. But at the same time, like, listen, the tools are coming out for Mac first. You can get a Mac Mini right now, and I understand everyone's in different financial situations, but you can get a Mac Mini right now for $545 with an M4 chip. That is an unbelievable deal. That is an unbelievable deal. On Amazon, you get it in one day. You don't have to wait. One day. It's not hard to set up with WSL. Use Grok to help you set it up. Simple. There you go. Listen to these guys. They know what they're talking about when it comes to Windows. I don't use Windows. All right, I want to remove all the creative burden from the user. They just pick their interest, then choose from pre-generated challenges and get app ideas. Much better approach for non-technical beginners. Here's the refined flow. Step 1, what are you into? AI generates challenges. Okay, so they choose. Do I want it so they choose from a predefined list, multiple choice? Or do I want it so the AI, so that it's not a predefined list and they have to type to the AI what they're interested in? I think I want it. Ooh, do I make it more? Because multiple choice takes away less creative thinking, but it doesn't get as custom. I think I want to make it so they have to type into the chat what they're interested in. I think what I want is it to be chat-based and the user manually types in a list of things they're interested in. Then the AI takes that list and comes up with challenges. I hate Mac, but I agree with your assessment, Alex. Yeah, I mean, listen, I hate iPhone, but I still have an iPhone. If it was up to me, I'd have like the Samsung Fold. I love that, the Fold. But everything comes out for iPhone. Everything's best on iPhone. Everything's highest quality on iPhone. You just got to have an iPhone if you're into certain things. And I think it's the same thing with Mac. Like you're super in AI vibe coding. I just think Mac's the way to go. Mac is actually the least used OS for coding. 66% of developers use Linux. The more you know. Thanks for the inspiration. Grok helped me come up with a great idea for an app. Going to do some work this weekend. Julian Quinones, what'd you do? Did you just do the exercise I went over here? I have the flip. How is it, AI dog art? Okay. Perfect. The chat-based interface is much more personal and flexible. Here's how it would work. Hey, I'm here to help you find the app. Could you have things you watch? I like lo-fi music, and based on your interests, here are some problems you can solve with apps. Which of these challenges interest you? Pick one of three more options. And then the selected challenge is simple, buildable solutions. Yes. Please give me a prompt that I can put into Claude Code in Cursor that describes what we are doing and sets up the initial version of the app. I want to use Next.js and the OpenAI API. So what we're going to do here is this. We developed our idea with Claude. Now we're going to say, hey, give us the first prompt that I can put into Claude Code. I want to use Next.js and OpenAI API. It's a typical tech stack I use when building stuff. Next.js is a very dependable web framework. And I like the OpenAI API. I find it the easiest to use, to be honest with you. We're going to hit enter. It's going to give us a prompt. I love having AIs build prompts for us because they're always better when the AI builds the prompt. Let's see what the prompt is. See, it's a good looking prompt here. Create a chat-based app idea generator for beginner vibe coders using Next.js. The app helps non-technical users discover what to build by having them type a list of their interests in a chat environment. It's 5 to 7 specific challenges. User selects what challenges they want to solve. AI suggests simple, buildable app ideas. Love it. The chat flow should be AI welcomes user and asks them to list their interests. User types interest as free text. AI analyzes interest and generates number of challenges. User selects challenge numbers. AI provides app idea. Boom, love it. This is great. Let's take this. Let's get in Claude Code, baby. Hey, baby. Let's get in Claude Code, shall we? Have you tried create code for Grok 4? I've tried creating code with Grok 4. I don't know, is create code a mode or something? I've tried writing code with Grok 4. Covered at the beginning of the stream. I didn't love the results, to be honest. Fits great in your pockets, cameras, and I don't take pictures of anything. I've been following you on X for a while. Finally came up with a good idea. Love that, Julian. Let's go into Claude Code. Pasting in my prompt. I hit enter and we sent the prompt, and let's do it. Let's build out our app. I'm going to show you how to build it. I'm going to show you how to run it. If you're vibing with me, stick around. We're going to learn some things here in a second. I'm going to show you how to ship it to the internet. So Claude's getting to work. What I love about Claude is it builds it in like a to-do list style, right? Here's the to-dos we're going to do. I'm going to put it in YOLO mode. Just start building it for me. I trust Claude Code with my life. Shout out the 110 people in here. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for being in the Fin Fam. If you're watching the stream right now, you're in Fin Fam. I appreciate you. We do this every Thursday. It's a lot of fun. We build out cool stuff. We vibe code. We have fun doing it. Let's see. Let's build this out here. Music's a good level. We're enjoying the music level here. Cheers, dude. This is great. Joe Pro AI. Shout out Joe Pro AI. Supporter since day one. My main man. Follow him on X. Great AI content. So we're going to build out the idea. For those just joining the stream, we have a startup idea we're building out. I'm building and launching a free product today. We're going to build on stream. It's an AI idea generator. You put in your interests and it gives you ideas for apps you can build. Greetings from Greece, Fin Fam, says Tin to Cal. As I said on my last live stream, Greece is my favorite, outside of America, my favorite country in the world. So beautiful. Incredible country, cities, people, water, food, weather. Beautiful, beautiful country. If you've never gone to Greece, if you've never vacationed to Greece, find a way to go. Greece is amazing. I went to 3 different islands last year in Athens. Oh, amazing. I had the best Italian food of my life in Greece. I mean, they're close to each other, but can Claude Code create a funnel builder like ClickFunnels so I can finally pocket the $99 a month? It says Zach Lush. That's a great name. Zach Lush. I freaking love that name. Zach Lush. I love names with 1 syllable first name, 1 syllable last name. But that's also a great one, Zach Lush. It absolutely can. You absolutely can build that, Zach Lush. Go into Claude, Zach Lush. Say, hey, I want to build an app just like ClickFunnels. Break it down into steps. Let's build it together. So today we are going to build an AI idea generator for building apps. And I'm going to put it live on the web, and all you guys are going to be able to use it for free. Just don't use it too much and making me go bankrupt with the API calls, please. Let's eliminate it. What up, Alex? Is a guiding voice. Hey, guiding voice. We're just building some cool apps today. Tin to Cow. Mine too. It is a happy place. Oh, and that water, the Mediterranean over there. You get in that water. There's something in that water. There's something in that Mediterranean water. It's the minerals. It's the magnesium. It's something. You get in there. You're sleeping like a baby. I've never slept as good as when I was in Greece. And I went in the Mediterranean. I go back to the hotel. I slept like a baby. There's something in that water. Claude Code is building our app for us. It is building our app. It is building our idea generator. Market is ripping today, by the way. Are you kidding me? Anyone here in Robinhood or Tesla stock? Tesla up 4.7%. Robinhood up 4.4%. What a day, baby. What a day, what a day, what a day. Bitcoin up a boatload percent. What a day to be in the markets, huh? Tesla you've been in Tesla since 2020, Ani? Ani, you've held Tesla since 2020? So you're like rich? That's pretty incredible. What price is that? How often do you find yourself debugging, handling the console outputs to Claude for debugging? I came up with an idea. I think it's a great idea. Your vids got me in the headspace to come up with it. Says Forrest. Dang. How often do you find yourself handing the console out to Claude Code? I do it. I think you could use it as a tip in one of your vids with all the tech tips. I still have to debug with Claude Code, Forrest. I hope I can call you Forrest for short. It does mess up every once in a while. It messes up the least out of all of them. It messes up the least out of all the AI tools out there. But every once in a while, I do have to copy and paste the errors into Claude Code and say, hey, there's an error. I should do a video on debugging, though. That's a good idea, Forrest. That's a good idea. I should do a video on debugging because it's something everyone runs into. I haven't put out a video since Sunday. I got to film it after this. It's been a busy week. I'm working on... Should I reveal it? I haven't publicly announced this yet. For anyone who's on X, who's a follower of me on X, they know I built and launched a startup called Creator Buddy. It's doing very well. We have 500 paid subscribers, 300K a year. I'll announce it on the stream. Today, hopefully today, most likely today, been working on this last week. That's why we haven't had any videos in like 5 days now. Today, I will be shipping a free trial in Creator Buddy. So you'll be able to try it out for a week, try everything out. Hopefully shipping today. I've been working on it non-friggin' stop for weeks now. You got to make sure it's perfect because when you open up the floodgates and anyone can use it, it's got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I got to make sure it's perfect first. But it should be coming soon. Free version of Creator Buddy. We'll see. How do you rank Claude Code against Replit functionality-wise, not finance-wise? I just like Claude Code better. Replit's a great tool, especially for beginners. Really easy to get into Replit. Really, really easy to get into Replit. Great idea to get into Replit, like when you're first starting. But if you're going to do serious work, right? If you're going to build serious apps, I think Claude Code's the only way you can go. Bitcoin about to hit all-time high again. It's right up against 113,700. I used one of your prompts earlier to get some product ideas for my niche and can't wait to start building one of them. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, Alex. Says Megan. Megan, good to have you here, Megan. You want to share your idea in the chat just out of curiosity? You don't have to. It'd be fun for people to share their ideas, see what everyone's working on. Not rich yet. My average is 208. That's still pretty good. You're basically double that, right? Almost double that. An empty space between the folders and chat window looks unused. Oh, well, we're going to get code in there in a second. All right, so let's see what we got here. Looks like it's finished building it out. I've successfully created the chat-based app idea generator. Here's what I built. Project structure, chat interface, OpenAI and conversation flow. Key features, challenge. Okay, to run the app, I'm going to add my API key and then run it. All right. Let's do this. Let me put in the OpenAI API key. In this stream, I'm not going to show you my OpenAI API key. I'm going to keep that secret. So let's do this. I am over on the side getting my OpenAI key. So hold for that, please. I'm going to plug that in, and then we're going to see what Claude Code came up with, huh? What do you guys think of the music, by the way? Are you vibing? Anyone vibing here? Dashboard, API keys, create new key, AI idea gen, create key, copy, do dot end. Did they create a dot? Oh, they did. Here we go. Put that in there. Paste, save. All right, should we run this? Let's do it. Let's see what they got. npm run dev. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready to see what V1 in this app looks like? If you're ready to see what V1 in this app looks like, hit like. Hit like right now. If you're ready to see what V1 in this app looks like, hit the like down below right now. How's your cholesterol, says Guiding Voice. I got to do another cholesterol test. I had high cholesterol last year. I've tried to be more active, though, and eat a little healthier. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it improved. How old are you, Alex, says Emmanuel Stanley. I'm 35 years old. 35 years old. Just turned 35 less than a month ago. Shout out me. Shout out me for living another year. I would love to try Creator Buddy. We'll have that chance, hopefully later tonight. How do you build an X profile if you have no followers? I'll tell you exactly how, Kino. If any of you guys are building apps here, you gotta have an X. X is the best indie hacker community on planet Earth. Here's how you do it. Take the instructions I'm giving you on this live stream around building apps. Use those instructions and build stuff, and then share your journey on X. If you build stuff and then create videos of you building stuff, people will get interested and they'll fall in love with your journey. There you go. How quickly have you monetized an app you created with AI tools? I've gotten first customers on this stream before. I've launched and gotten first customers on the stream. Flanfla is 4K video broke on X right now, being compressed to 720 pieces. Phantom Platypus with the $1.99 donation. Thank you, Phantom Platypus. Thank you. Is 4K broken? It wouldn't surprise me if it is, probably. It always is. Shout out Alex. Hey, shout out Victoria. Evilist Steve. All right, should we see what you look younger, LOL. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and expertise with us, says Mr. Roadrunner. Hey, thank you, Mr. Roadrunner. Just joined. Looking forward to try Grok 4. Give it a try, AI. Let me know what you think. How come? Show us the key, says Will. Will Stufflebeam. Shout out Will Stufflebeam. Love Will. Hope you're doing well, Will. All right, here we go. What did you get to get your first paid 500? I make apps and don't know how to go to market. I don't have an amazing X profile like yours, says Ali. Yeah, I mean, creating content's the best way, right? So just, you've built your app, which is great. Now share your journey. Now share your journey. All right, should we see how this goes? Should we see the open up? Here we go. All right, we got some errors. You guys want to see the error? I'll just paste in. There's an error. An error popped up. Let's put it in to Claude. Here we do. We got an error. So I'm going to go into Claude. Ran the app and got this error. Paste. Oh, I know why. It's been doing this lately. It's been using like the latest version of Tailwind, I think, and it hasn't been implementing it correctly. So I think it needs to just like downgrade the version it's using. It's been doing this for me when I start new apps recently. All right, let's do this. Let's reset here. Refresh. Okay. We got something. We're cooking here. We're cooking. It is, I'll tell you one thing as I show you this. It is very ugly, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's because the CSS styling, the Tailwind, is not applying to the app. Obviously. And that is because, and Claude's been doing this to me lately, they're using like the newest version of Tailwind, and they're not using it correctly. And so I'm going to go back into Cursor, and I'm going to tell it that's what it's doing. It's just something Claude Code's been doing lately. That's a little frustrating, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. To be honest, this is probably the most good vibes live stream I've been on. Hee hee. Great job, Unk. Man, I'm 35. Am I Unk? Does 35 make me Unk? What age do you become Unk? Okay, the app works now, but there is no styling. Probably my guess is you are using Tailwind incorrectly. Are you using the newest version? You've done this before where you use the latest version and it doesn't work, so you downgrade. If you build an app with Tailwind and it doesn't work, the styling, you're right, I am using V4, which has a different setup. Yep, so it's going to downgrade to V3, and I guarantee the styling works now. I think you become Unk at 40. Yeah, I feel like Unk is a 40 thing, Emmanuel Stanley. And while I appreciate you saying this is the I appreciate you saying, where is it? This is the most good vibe live stream you've been on. Let's save the Unk for 40. I'm 35. We're not at Unk just yet, Emmanuel Stanley. Let's save the Unk for 40. I'm not Unk yet. Vibe coding with you from USA says ultra passive high yield income. We're in the USA, you ultra passive high yield income. Where are you in the USA? Ultra passive high yield income, and what are you invested in that's getting you ultra passive high yield income? Are you an MSTY? Bitcoin 114. Bitcoin 114. Let me just text the group chat. All right. Let's see here. The app should now work with proper styling. Let's see. Gonna refresh on my side here. Come on, baby. Work for me, baby. Work for me, baby. Nope. Styling still doesn't look good. Styling still doesn't look good. It's not applying. Do something to make sure the styling applies. Styling isn't applying to the app, so we're going to fix that. 115? 115. Unbelievable. What a run. What's going on? What's going on in the Bitcoin world where it's doing this? Unbelievable. Let's just go ahead and make Unk 50 since we're working on it right now. Okay. Oh, we got it. We did it. We did it. We did it. You guys ready? You guys ready? Here we go. Present. Sorry if I crank my neck like this. It's because I have a mega monitor and I have to like move my head around and see everything. App is live. Okay, so here we go. Idea generator. Find your next coding prompt. Welcome to Idea Generator. I'm here to help you discover what to build next. Let's start by learning about your interests. Please tell me what you're passionate about or interested in. For example, gaming. Okay, what interests you? I'm into vibe coding, AI, gaming, 3D worlds, books, tech. Let's just leave it at that. Send. Let's see what happens. All right. Isn't the styling kind of cool? I like the purple. Okay, so it's going to give us a bunch of challenges. Sometimes you're so immersed in coding gaming that you lose track of time and forget to take breaks, leading to eye strain and fatigue. With your passion for AI and tech, you often struggle to stay updated on the latest advancements and breakthroughs in the field. Juggling between exploring 3D worlds and reading books, you find it challenging to manage your time effectively and maintain a balanced schedule. When gaming or working on tech projects, you frequently face distractions and interruptions that disrupt your focus. That's a challenge I do face. Number 4, despite your love for 3D worlds, you encounter difficulty in finding reliable research sources to enhance your skills. Immerse yourself in AI and tech discussions. You often feel overwhelmed by the vast amount of information, struggle to organize and retain key insights. While gaming engaging with tech-related activities, you sometimes neglect physical activity. I like number 4. AI book recommender, a simple app that recommends books based on your preferences using AI. But that's not what number 4 was it? You frequently face distractions. Got that wrong, damn it. Number 4 was... Would you like me to elaborate on any of these ideas or generate new ones? All right, so there's some things we need to work on here. It's giving me ideas not based on the... First of all, I don't think the challenges are that strong, so we're going to work on the challenges a little bit. We're going to work on the challenges a little bit. And then for the recommendations, it didn't make recommendations based on the challenge I chose. We got to make sure it makes recommendations based on the challenge I chose so that we can get good recommendations out. So let's go back to Claude Code. Share screen, window, Claude. All right. Few things I want to work on. Let's first work on whatever the prompt is that generates the challenges. The challenges right now are kind of plain and boring. I want some more interesting pain points that are probably not addressed yet. Maybe a little more novel. Okay, so we want the challenges to be a little bit more novel, right? Like the challenge is very much, oh, you don't know how to manage your time, you're distracted. That's fine, but I want something a little bit more novel and interesting. So let's hit enter on that. So we're basically asking Claude Code to update the prompt that's generating the challenges so that the challenges the AI gives us are a little bit more interesting. I'll update the challenge generation prompt to create more novel and interesting pain points. Let's see. Okay, so it's working on the prompt, right? That it's giving to OpenAI's API. So we can get more interesting challenges. Currently tuning in from Texas. Where in Texas, Mr. Roadrunner? Austin? Concur from Total Noob. Very hard to learn from not knowing anything. Will and Megan are awesome. I completely agree. Hey, Alex, I've been watching your videos all day. I've got an idea for a mobile app. Which software do you recommend I download today that I can use for free? For free, I would use Cursor, the free tier Cursor. And then if you enjoy it, you like it, you can go for Gemini CLI, which will give you a lot more uses for free. Gemini CLI gives you a ton of uses for free. So if like you get super into vibe coding, you can just switch over to that. But if like you want to get super serious, 116. But if you want to get super serious, Claude Code's the way to go. Thanks, man. I've learned a lot today. Good. Kolkata, India, CloudBod. CloudBod, good to have you here from shout out India. Good to have you here, man. We're global. FinFam is global. Global FinFam audience today. Thanks, man. I learned a lot today. At 50, ask ChatGPT every step of the way. Beauty AI that will teach you how to use it. Okay. Let's see if we got better challenges from our AI. Present. Share screen, window, layout. Let's go back to our app. You can kind of hear the lo-fi in the background. It's nice. All right, let's refresh. I'll stop the server real quick and reset it. Austin's an awesome city. Do you know what the temperature is highlighted in green and red? The temperature that it was on the screen there was, it's like a weight that they're setting to the AI on like how creative it wants it to get. It's just some settings for the AI you can set. All right, let's see what interests me. Vibe, coding, programming, tech, AI. Let's see if these challenges are a little more interesting. You're a coding enthusiast, but you struggle to remember which specific lines of code you use in different projects, making it hard to troubleshoot or reuse. You struggle to remember which specific lines of code you used? I don't know, that's kind of a lame challenge. As a tech lover, you often find yourself torn between multiple online courses and tutorials, unable to keep track of what you left off in. You're overwhelmed by the vast amount of research papers and articles available. You enjoy programming side projects, but have difficulty finding like-minded collaborators who share your specific niche interests. You're passionate about tech events, conferences. These are too niche. These are too niche. Let's work on the prompt again. I don't like those challenges. Let's go back to Claude Code. Those challenges were a little too niche. I still want it to apply to a very broad audience. I want to get your thoughts. So here's what I like to do also. I like to get the thoughts from the AI. So below are my challenges and then the output I got from the AI. So let me take the challenges I gave it. Challenges. Output from AI. Let me copy and paste that. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what its thoughts are on the output we got there. Lastly, for a newbie to use AI tools, do you have a structured plan on how to go from newbie to competent? Says Emmanuel Stanley. When it comes to coding with AI, here's the plan, Emmanuel. This is the only plan. This is the only plan. There's no other plan you can use. Any other plan's made up. I'll give you the only plan. The only plan is to just do it. There's no other plan. There's no other plan. You just got to do it. Just go there, download the tool, start building stuff. There's no other plan for learning this. Download the tools, Claude Code, Cursor, whatever. Come up with ideas and build them. There is literally no other learning plan. Every second you spend trying to come up with a learning plan is a second wasted. The only learning plan in the world is doing. Just do it. Nothing else you can do. Vibe coding, content creation. See, here's what you do. You massage it, right? You try a different out. You change the prompt a little bit. You try something else out. You change the prompt a little bit. Feeling stuck between wanting to code for fun and needing to create content regularly, how to balance the two. Struggling to find supportive online community that appreciates both coding projects and creative content. Wishing for an app that can seamlessly turn your coding projects into visually appealing content for social media without steep. That's interesting. Feeling overwhelmed by the vast amount of coding challenges and content creation tools out there. how to choose what's right for you. Dealing with the challenge of sticking to a consistent content creation schedule, also managing code. Here's the issue with these challenges again. Is they're taking the interest and they're overlapping everything. Not everything has to be an overlap. By the way, can you add a chatbot to Video Buddy so we can chat about? Yes, I can add that. I will add that. How much do you bench press, says Dunder? How much do I bench press? Well, here's the deal. I go to my apartment's gym, and the bench press is, what is it? Is it called a Smith machine? The one with like the poles on the side? And with that, I can do 2 plates on both sides plus like a 10 for like 3 reps. So since that's a Smith machine, you probably make that a little bit lighter for a non-Smith machine. So like 2 plates on both sides. So what does that make it? And I mean, a guy, you're laughing at me. There's no bench press at my apartment gym. I know you're an alpha because your name is a guy and you got the alpha PFP. But at my apartment gym, there's no bench press. It's just the Smith machine. I'm forced to use the Smith machine. Sorry. I could spend $300 and go to Lifetime, or I can go to the apartment gym, which is free. You see the cost of these AI tools out here? A guy, it's $300 for Grok Heavy. It's $200 for Claude Max. If I'm going to get a free gym, I'm going to the free gym. Don't laugh your ass off in my chat. If you're going to laugh your ass off in my chat, you laugh your ass off with me, not at me. A guy. I couldn't help myself. Listen, if there was a bench press at my apartment gym, I would friggin' bench press, but I have a Smith machine. It is what it is. Tell them how you really feel, Alex. I am telling them, American VS Gov. These guys come in my live stream and say, and judge me for using a Smith machine. Well, I use the free apartment gym. Look at these muscles the free apartment gym's coming up with here. So don't laugh at the free apartment gym. What's the guy's name? A guy. Do you know how to create an app that can analyze different sound effects? No, but I can tell you who can tell you how to do that. AI. Ask ChatGPT. Why do you ask, Dunder? Why do you ask how much I can bench press? Do I look super strong to you? Are you impressed? Let's work on this prompt a little bit. Smith machine can actually help with core strength. How can it help with core strength? What do I got to do with Smith machine can actually help with core? How do I help with core? How do I use a Smith machine to make my core stronger? Can barely fit the arms on the screen. Yeah, that's how big my arms are. I can't even fit it on the screen. They're so big. The screen's not big enough to fit it in there. That's what she said. All right, let's go back and work on the prompt a little bit, huh? Let's work on the prompt. It allows you to lift heavier in compound movements. Yeah, I do squats on there and I do bench press. I don't have much money. Can I plan out an app in the web version with Claude Opus and make it in Claude Code with Sonnet? Is that smart? Well, if you're on a budget, do this. Use Claude Sonnet, because that's the free version, right? To come up with your idea, or the idea generator I'm about to ship to the internet when I finish this. And then use Gemini CLI inside Cursor. So download the free version of Cursor. And then install Gemini CLI, because it's free. It's basically Google's version of Claude Code. And it gives you a ton of uses for free. And you can just use that. There, you're good. Then you're good to go. Rogerio Saltiel. Congrats on your journey, Alex. You got a new fan and SaaS creator to create value. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the FinFam. Make sure to subscribe. If you're here and you're not subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe down below. And then turn on the notifications, the bell icon. I do this live stream every Thursday. I'm recording a new YouTube video after this, so that should hopefully go out in the next couple days. Maybe Saturday. So turn on the notifications so you get alerted the moment they come out. I have the $20 version, so I can use Claude Code, but only with Sonnet. Okay, then you're good to go. But if you need more uses, Gemini CLI, while not nearly as good as it's not nearly as good. That's funny. I just got an interesting DM. I don't want to dox the DM because I think that's a silly thing to do. But one of my childhood heroes just DM'd me, so that's cool. Decided to DM him back after this. That's cool though. It's one of the cool things about building a platform on social media is you get to meet so many people. I've met so many people since doing this. I started tweeting for the fun of it 3.5 years ago now. So I started creating content 3.5 years ago, tweeting, and it's kept growing and growing and growing. And the amount of people I've met over the last few years have been amazing. And the people that reach out, the people you never thought you'd have access to, the people you never thought would ever acknowledge your existence in your life. It's really cool. I mean, listen, you got to be creating content. You have to be. You have to be. You're missing out. You're missing out on opportunities. If you are not creating content, you are missing out on opportunities because the people you could be meeting is incredible. The opportunities that can show up are incredible. Really. What kind of app did you create that made you 300K, says Dunder? Creator Buddy. You want to see it? You want a quick demo? You want to see Creator Buddy real quick? It's a Twitter tool. It's a tool for X. Create banger content in one click. So it syncs with all your posts, and then you can put in post ideas. And you can have AI repurpose it, come up with new ideas, tell you how it is compared to the X algorithm. So you can come up with multiple ideas, tweet history. You can see your entire content history, sort it by likes, ask the AI coach questions. You know, which tweets get the most engagement? Bada bing, bada boom. Send. AI coach tells you what works, what doesn't work. If you're trying to grow on X, you got to get Creator Buddy. CreatorBuddy.io. Look at the data. Most viral tweets tend to follow these patterns. Breaking news. You click and you see examples. Long form storytelling. AI tool announcements, tutorials. It tells you to go viral and grow. It's pretty awesome. I think you'll love it if you're on X. If you're on X, I think you'll love it. Although I want to make a YouTube tool as well. I think you'll love it. Let's go back to Claude Code. CreatorBuddy.io. If you get it, DM me on X. I'll be your best friend. Let's go back to Vibe Code or Claude Code here. Share screen, window. Magnum MFer is in the house. Magnum MFer has been in every single live stream, and I love it. Good friend. Yeah, it's cool. It's just reply after the stream. You didn't have to call me hero, man. I appreciate it. You're a great guy, Will. Love Will. You sound kind of like Donnie, says CloudBod. I get a lot of those replies under my videos that I sound like Trump. I mean, it's probably, I have a New York accent, and he's from New York, so that's probably it. I don't hear it. Do you guys hear it? Do I sound like Trump? I mean, we probably have similar accents. He's from Queens, and I'm from New York. I don't know. Is that it? Who can make logos? Says Phantom. If you know anyone here makes logos, reach out to Phantom Platypus. You made all that with AI, says Dunder? Yeah, all with AI. All with Windsurf. I built that all with Windsurf. Creator Buddy 4x to my following. It's true. It's true. What we build, we're building an AI idea generator, Magnum MFR. We're building an AI idea generator. I'm using ChatGPT 4 or 5 to brainstorm my idea for, is there a good model use kind of things, or thinking model? What was the idea generator you have open? I'm building this. This is what we're building, Jan. We're building an AI idea generator. We're using ChatGPT for it. Let's see, I'm curious. Which ChatGPT model are we using for this? How long did it take you to build it? I worked on Creator Buddy from August of last year to, well, I'm still working on it, but I launched it in January. So I started building in August. I launched it in January. Let's do a YouTube tool and stream the build series on YouTube. Yeah, I got to come up with a good idea for it. I have a couple other ideas I want to build out first. Oh, it's using 3.5 turbo, which stinks. Let's use 4.1 for this. Let's use 4.1. Let's use 4.1 for this. I'll get it and actually DM you. Why is it disappearing? Don't air me a bestie. We're going to, Emmanuel, if you get it and DM me, we'll be besties. No, I grew up in that area. You don't have harsh NYC accent. Say coffee and water. Coffee and water. I grew up in New Jersey. I was born in New York. I grew up in New Jersey. My mom has a thick Long Island accent, and my dad has a thick Boston accent. So those are the influences. What stack did you use for Creator Buddy? Says Real Cruiser. I use Next.js, Supabase for the database. We use Claude for the AI. What else? Tailwind. I think that's the gist of it. I'm thinking about adding Grok into the mix. It's amazing the difficulties that one model points out that the other missed as well. And the ideas seem obvious. Yeah, they all have strengths and stuff. They all have strengths. All right, I've updated. Okay, so now it's using to use GPT-4 Turbo. What? No. Just use it exists, I promise. Just use it. Jesus. All right, I'm not even, sometimes Claude Code does stupid stuff like that. What's app lib OpenAI? Let's pop that open. Let's just put it in ourselves. You know, it'd be difficult Claude Code. We'll just put it in ourselves. Here we go. Paste, save. Let's make sure it works over here. Yeah, it works over here. All right, good. Claude Code dum-dum, says Jonathan. Yeah, it is being a little dum-dum, Jonathan. You're going viral. Am I going viral? How am I going viral? KDNCS. We going viral right now, KDN. There's a second place lower down in the file. Is there? Oh, you're right. Thank you. Thank you, Modelier. You're my little partner coder over here. Let's reset it. Let's see if we get better results with the better model. Share screen. All right, here we go. What interests me? I'm into vibe coding and AI. Little slower than GPT Turbo, but that's fine. Absolutely. Here's some challenges that folks with vibe coding AI might run into, whether you're just starting out or tinkering a while. Finding your people. Ever feel like you're coding or exploring AI in a silo? It can be tough to find others and share your vibe coding style or want to chat about AI outside of super technical forums. Sometimes you want a casual, judgment-free place to share weird side projects or swipe ideas. Well, that's what we do here in FinFam. Get over the blank screen problem. You carve out time to work on something cool with coding AI and then blank out on what to make. Inspiration. Oh, that's a good one. making learning actually fun. There are endless tutorials and courses, but they can feel dry or intimidating, especially. Oh, these are much better ideas. The improved model is definitely helping here. In your opinion, is it already feasible technically and cost-wise to implement a voice-based AI assistant in an app where users send a voice message and receive a spoken AI reply? It's for sure feasible. It's definitely going to have to be a paid app, though, because you're going to use OpenAI's voice model, which gets pricey. I think there's probably other voice models out there, but all of them are going to be like cheap. So you're probably going to want like at least a $30 a month app to be able to afford it, Jan. Which isn't like insane. People will pay that if it's a good AI voice. Maybe you have a cheaper tier that doesn't have the AI voice assistant, and then you have the more expensive tier so people can use it and they kind of ladder their way up. That's probably a good way to do it. Is Grok 4 generally available now, or are they rolling out over time? It's generally available to anyone with Premium Plus. So you got to be spending the $40 a month. Is this your app? No, this is not created by. This is the app we're building on stream today, which is our idea generator. It's going to help you. You put in your interest, it helps you generate ideas for building apps. My app relies on using data storage like Firebase. How would you recommend utilizing AI to make sure the user data is secure and I can possibly make from the app side? Well, if the question is how can you use AI to make your app secure, I would talk to a model and I would say, I want to make my app secure. What are best practices here? I'd go to Claude Code, which knows your entire code base, and say, security is paramount to me. Find 10 different ways there might be security breaches in the app and let's fix them. That's how I'd use AI to make your app more secure. All right, these are pretty good challenges. Every time you log on there, it seems to be a must-try AI tool or code line. It's exciting, but also overwhelming when I figure out what's actually useful. Instead of wasting time hopping between trends. Sharing your creations without feeling so. You make something you love, funky AI, a little code. Is it good enough? Mixing, if you love to create. All right, let's choose one of these ideas and we'll see what it says. Let's see, making learning actually fun. Number 3. Did it take you 3 years until you saw money, though? That's pretty cool. It says KDNCS. So real quick, while this is going, this app we're building, I'll give you a little story time. Damn. We had someone chat in Twitch. It was a bot. Oh, well. I got excited for a second there. It is what it is. Story time. Did it take me 3 years to make money in content? No, it took me 1 year. KDNCS. So when I started my Twitter account 3.5 years ago, I started a newsletter with it at the same time. And about 6 months in, so I started December 2021. About 6 months in, so June 2022, I kind of have a tipping point where my accounts start to grow. They start growing faster. And I got to like 10,000 newsletter subscribers, 10,000 followers on Twitter. And then 6 months later, about a year in total, I got my first newsletter sponsor. They paid me $300 to sponsor the newsletter. And that was my first time I made money on the internet, which was pretty cool. And I started making money a whole bunch of different ways. My newsletter got a lot of premium subscribers. I was up to like 100K a year on premium subscribers to my newsletter, which you can subscribe somewhere. alexfin.ai for the newsletter. And then I had like a community. I started a community, a paid community. I released a course on writing for Twitter. And so I made money a whole bunch of different ways. But now my main source of revenue, I pretty much shut down all the other sources of revenue except for my software. which is Creator Buddy, which is making about $300,000 a year. I'm still making money on YouTube ads. So YouTube ads right now are on pace for $20,000 this year. Twitter ads are on pace for about $40,000 this year. Twitter subscribers, so the paid subs, are on pace for about $20,000 this year. How else am I making money? That's about it. Those are the main ways. Is the Discord public link? I'm going to do a Discord, Jonathan. I've been promising it for a while now. I think it's coming soon. I'm going to be honest, Jonathan. I've ran a couple communities in my life, in my time here in content, and they always feel like good ideas when you're planning it. They always feel like great ideas when you're planning it. But then when you launch it, it really drains you. It really drains you. For multiple reasons. One, because you feel like you owe it to your community to be in there 24/7, to be responsive to every message that comes through. You constantly have this guilt in the back of your head, whether it's warranted or not. That's like, am I spending enough time in there? Am I doing enough? Am I giving enough value? And it ends up being a very draining experience. And so while I want to do a Discord, I want to do another community and get people in, either attached to this YouTube or this live stream or Creator Buddy. I want to do it, but I know every time I've done it before, it's just been very draining. And then that doesn't even count like trolls. Like no matter what community you do, you're going to get trolls. You're going to get people that just want to go in there and piss people off. You're going to go in there and get people that are just angry and upset all the time. And you got to manage them, because if you get angry and upset people in your community, it spreads. Negativity spreads. It rubs off on other people. And then people are like, oh, hire a mod, hire this, hire that. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Running communities seems like one of the most taxing options for engaging with one's followers. Yeah. It is, communities are as low leverage as it gets, right? You think about, I'll make my face a little bigger so we can do a little chit chat here as the app runs. When you're building your business, especially if you want to be a solopreneur, right? Like if you have goals around building a business and you dream of like building a massive business where you hire a million different people, that's one thing. For me personally, like my dream is build a massive one-person business, solopreneur business, where I have complete freedom to, if I want to spend a couple days and play video games, I can just do it. Or if I want to go to the beach and not think about the internet, I can do it. You know, if I just want to escape for a week to Europe, I can just do it, right? That's my dream. I want to, and I think it's possible with AI. You can have like a solopreneur business that you use freedom, do whatever the hell you want. Then there's businesses where, you know, you hire people and all that. So if you're like me and you want to do a solopreneur business, which is totally possible now with AI, your decision making needs to be around, every decision you make needs to be around, is this high leverage or is this low leverage, what I'm doing here? Is this high leverage or is this low leverage? Or somewhere in between? And things like, for instance, YouTube videos or software like Creator Buddy. Very, very high leverage. Why is building apps and filming videos high leverage? Because you do it once and then it can be consumed unlimited times. Let me give you an example. And sorry if this is like totally off topic. I think that's what makes streams fun, right? You go in different directions and you have fun and you ask questions and you learn new things. Right, let me show you why filming YouTube videos can be considered very high leverage. This is my YouTube backend. Check out this video right here. How to build an app with AI. I launched this August 24th. August 24th, 2024. Filmed it, 17-minute video, put it out almost a year ago. It did nothing for 5 months. And now it's totally taken off. And it's making me $1,100 in the year it's been out. I filmed this a year ago for 17 minutes. I put it out, and now every day it makes me about $20 every single day. That is as high leverage as it gets, right? That's leverage. You do it once, and then it can be consumed over and over and over and over again. It's generate you value nonstop. I filmed this video almost a year ago. It did nothing for 5 months. For 5 months, it did absolutely nothing. Look, first 5 months, $8 it made me total. For the first 5 months, this video made me $8 total over 5 months. That's a little over $1 a month. It now every day makes me double that, about $20 a day. The first 5 months, it now does every day, double that. That's leverage, right? So when you're a solopreneur, if you want to be a solopreneur like me, you're constantly hunting for high leverage ways to make money that don't require a ton of your time. You only have 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8 hours a night. That's what? 16 hours a day. You eat 3 meals. Each meal is 3 hours. It's 13 hours a day. You only got 13 hours in your day. You got to use it all very strategically. You want high leverage. This is high leverage, right? $1,100 from one video. I don't have to do a thing. For the rest of my life, this will be collecting money. I don't have to do another thing. Software, Creator Buddy, right? I write the code, I put it out, people just buy it. They buy, it keeps buying, right? Now, it's not like this video where I just set it and forget it. I still code Creator Buddy every day. I've been coding nonstop the last several weeks to put out a trial, which will be later today. So it's not high leverage in that regard, but at the same time, if I wanted to take a week off and go on vacation and not code it, I could do that and then still make money. Can you share how I'm monetizing exactly? Yeah. Number one, cash flow source right now is Creator Buddy. It's making me about $300,000 a year. Number two cash flow source is X. That makes me about $40K a year in ad revenue and $20K a year in subscriptions, so paid subscriptions on there. Next is YouTube. YouTube makes about $20K a year in ad revenue. So my estimated revenue over the last month is $2,000 on here. Times that by 12, $24K. Then I make a little bit money on the newsletter. I don't do sponsorships in the newsletter, but I do paid newsletters. You can do the paid tier. So that's my main ways of making money. I'd like to release a second app over the next. Well, I did Video Buddy a few days ago. I want to do another app on top of that over the next couple months, like a serious flagship app like Creator Buddy. That'd be good. But yeah, that's the That's how I monetize. How did you know that video works, or is it just luck? Total luck. It's one of my first videos and it took off. The winning at first happens very slowly, then it happens all at once. That's absolutely it. You work for years and years and years. You're working, you're grinding. You get nothing in return. And all of a sudden, boom, you take off. Right? Success really comes down to how long are you willing to work without getting anything in return? This is a banger tweet, by the way. Let me put this in Creator Buddy. I want to see how I use Creator Buddy to come up with tweets. Success, what did I say? Success is determined by how long you can work without getting anything in return. Banger tweet. Save idea. Save to my database. Right? How long can you work without getting anything in return? For 99% of people, they can go about 3 days working without getting anything in return before they quit. Right? You start tweeting, you're super excited, right? You start doing something new, you get a dopamine hit. Oh, this is exciting. This is awesome. I love this. Cool. Then you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, you're like, okay, I can do that thing again, or I can go play video games. No, I'll do that thing. That was fun. You do, then you go to bed. Then you wake up the next day and you're like, that thing's not really taking off. I'll just go play video games, right? And that's when most people quit. The question becomes, how long can you go getting nothing in return, right? Because if you can go a year, 2 years, 3 years doing something, getting nothing in return, your odds of success start going up, right? Like I tweeted, I didn't make a penny a year for my first year tweeting. I was just tweeting for the fun of it, right? Before I started getting something in return, my account started taking off. And then I went 2 years, and we started growing more. And then now we're 3.5 years in. Now things are really taking off. Right now, the YouTube's exploding. Now the X is growing faster than ever. Because I was able to do this for years without getting anything in return. 99% of people, they can't, if they're not getting a return, they can't do it, right? If they're not getting instant gratification, they can't do it. So if you want to be successful on YouTube, if you want to be successful building apps, if you want to be successful tweeting, whatever it is you do, if you want to be successful playing basketball, if you want to be successful writing books, literally whatever it is you're interested in, the only way you'll be successful is if you're able to do that thing for an extremely long period of time without getting anything in return. Right? Twitter was the first place I blew up. I get the same question every time. I've been tweeting for 2 months now. I'm not getting followers. I've been tweeting for a few weeks, every day, 5 times a day. I spend hours on your tweeting. Why am I not blowing up? Well, it certainly appears you're not willing to do it for nothing. Anyone could do anything for a couple weeks. Anyone could do anything for a couple days. Can you do it for a couple years? Can you tweet without getting any followers and any likes for a couple years? If you can, your odds of success go up. Is it guaranteed success? No. But it's a lot higher than if you need likes right off the rip. Same thing with building apps. Can you code and build apps without getting any users and any money for a very long period of time? Because if you can withstand that, your odds of success go a lot up a lot more. How much do you make a month? I don't know. I went over the math a second ago. Just show up, do the work, trust the process. What are your expenses? My apartment in California, so it's expensive. Food. It's in America, so it's expensive. What else? I don't really do, like, I don't go to the bar. I don't do like many recreational activities, to be honest with you. So there's not much there. From a business perspective, my expenses are, the most expensive is the X API. So Creator Buddy's built on the X API because it pulls in tweets. That's $5,000 a month. I buy every AI, the premium plan. So Claude for $200, ChatGPT for $200. Those are my expenses. How do you sustain mentally and psychologically when getting nothing in return? I sustain by knowing that every shot I take makes me a little better, and I enjoy the hunt of getting a little better. I enjoy the hunt of getting a little better, right? So I put out a tweet, it performs like crap. I enjoy that because I look for the thing I could improve in that tweet to make it better, and that's where my dopamine hit comes from, is the fact that I learned from that tweet. I put out a video, it falls on its face, right? I put out a video a couple weeks ago, is this one. Should you learn a code in 2025? 1,700 views, which for me, as you can tell, is like nothing, right? It's surrounded by 20,000, 30,000. 1,700 is nothing. I still enjoyed making that video because I learned people don't like that format of videos. They don't like that type of video from me. So I still enjoyed that because I learned from it. So if you want to sustain mentally as you're trying and failing, oh, you can't even see the screen small, whatever. You got to enjoy learning. Do I believe in God? Yes. So I'm 46 minutes behind on the live stream and just heard your question. I'm in Texas, and yes, I'm invested in MSTY. I have 54. Oh, there you go. I'm in it too. Alex Rule says Lalo Morales. I appreciate you, Lalo. Thank you. All those business expenses are write-offs. So you make money, you write those off, and they're not really costs. Well, they're write-offs, but because they're write-offs doesn't make them free. Right, it lessens my tax burden, but it still costs money. All right, guys, we're up against the 2 hours. I really appreciate it. Everyone, if you don't mind, leave a like. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell icon. Critical too. Turn on the bell icon. I'm going to release more videos the next couple days. You also get alerted when I do more live streams, so that's cool too. Turn on the bell icon. Sign up for the newsletter, alexfin.ai for the newsletter. There's 40,000 people subscribed to there now. Follow me on X, AlexFinX. This was fun. I hope you guys had fun. These are always fun. I do these every Thursday. Every Thursday, 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys had fun. I have fun doing it. Really is the highlight of my week, these streams. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it too. I enjoy just chatting with the chat, talking about tech, talking about AI. Thanks for being a part of the Fin Fam. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this, you're a part of the Fin Fam. So thank you. It means a lot. Thank you to everyone who subbed, who joined, all that. Kevin. Good to see you, Kevin. I'd like a video about your streaming setup, says James Almeida. I'll do that. I'll put it out on X. Follow the X. I'll put it out over there. Amazing stream. This was fun. Good to have you here, Mary Shima. You were here the whole time. It's great talking to you, Mary. Everyone who hung around, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Doing it every Thursday. Victoria Shima. I've been talking to Victoria the whole time and talking to Mary the whole time. I didn't realize you're both Shimas. Are you guys sisters? We have 2 Shimas. Victoria, you were here since the jump. Thanks for hanging around, Victoria. Hope you learned a couple things, did a couple cool things. What's your social and love life like, says Emmanuel. Wouldn't you like to know, freak? I'm kidding, but weird. I'll see you guys next Thursday, unless I decide to do it earlier. New video coming in the next few days. Hope you guys enjoy it. DM me on X if you have any questions or anything. I'd love to talk to you there. Love you guys. Mary is my sister. All right. I'm glad we got both Shimas in here. Shout out to Shima family. Shima family is the first family of FinFam. Appreciate you guys. All right. We'll talk soon. Take care, guys.